All right, in this short segment, I want to share my own experience of how I outgrew my business and my career, and I reinvented myself. And if we haven't met before, I'm Gio Pensino with One True Calling, and I've been an entrepreneur almost my entire life. I did have one job once, and I actually had to reinvent myself out of that experience too, because what I've discovered is that it is very normal for us humans to go through stages of life where we feel called to something greater. And if you're feeling that calling now, I just want to let you know that that process is very natural. And it can feel very disturbing at some times because it often does emerge out of what appears to be a challenge. And during that time in my life when I had that one job, I was working as a horticulturalist in an ideal position early in my career. But the boss I was working with, I had value conflicts with. And things kind of came to a head. And what was really going on, like I said, there was something that was bubbling up inside of me that was calling for me to be something more, to contribute more, and to access more of my natural gifts and ways of being in service to the world. And this has happened to me a few other times in my life. And so this is what I want to share with you in this segment here, and in particular, 5 key steps that I have learned how to implement and how to structure into a process so that you're not floundering and feeling like you're trapped or you don't have clarity. And maybe you're feeling stuck. This is the first step that I recommend for you, is to become curious, to become very curious about what is going on and where opportunities may be available. And those opportunities could be in an entirely new area, or they could be in a related area. And for me, what I discovered was that I've always had a natural desire for communication and training and teaching and mentoring people. So what I did when YouTube emerged in 2006, 2007, well, I started creating how-to content for the environmental industry. And I built that into a 6-figure company with how-to online training content, training programs, content that I licensed out to other companies, contracts that I had with manufacturing companies to produce content marketing video, because it's what I love to do. I love creating video. But anyways, I share that because, like I said, just become curious and to start to to ignite the curiosity part of the brain and to start to look around at where you're being led. Maybe it is around something that you're already doing, but just like I did, I shifted a little bit. I created an entirely new business. I sold my design build company, and I transitioned into this world of online teaching, training, and what I now call the wisdom economy, which gives me the freedom to work from anywhere and a doctor level income. And that's generally what I help people to do now. The second step is to just try things, just to try new things. And what that looked like for me is I saw YouTube emerging. I had skills in video production from the early part of my career, my education. And so I bought some camera equipment. I hired a director of photography. I started shooting content. I didn't really know at first where the monetary opportunity was, but I just began to try new things. And in fact, one of the first things that I tried was this crazy thing called social media. And my office manager at the time said, have you ever heard of this thing called MySpace? And no, I've never heard of it. I looked at it, I'm like, what is this good for? And she began to explain it to me and show me about it, and I never really fully understood MySpace, except for this one thing. I got curious, and I noticed that on MySpace there was this young girl who was selling these sparkle glitter things on MySpace to young girls who wanted to customize their MySpace channel. And she was earning $30,000 a month selling these little glitter objects on MySpace. So that caught my curiosity. And like I said, I began to try things. So this is the second step. Begin to try new things. The third thing that I did, and this is the third step I recommend, is to reframe your problem into an opportunity. And for example, I started to get annoyed at my clients who would ask me the same questions over and over again. Like, how do I program my irrigation control clock? How do I fix my waterfall pump that's not working? And I was like, I'm having these same conversations over and over again. And yeah, I was making money. I'd go out and do a service call or send one of my guys out, do a service call. But I'm like, this is kind of like annoying. And I realized that I could create video content and create more value for my own clients in my design build company. So I reframed that problem. So this is what I suggest, and reframing in general is a superpower. So if you are feeling annoyed, or even if you've lost your job, and things seem like they're a real problem, well, try reframing things, and reframing them could look like that you are being called to something greater. So if you're being kept up at night because of these problems, or like I said, maybe you got fired from your job, reframe this into a opportunity. The world, the universe is knocking at your door and saying that it has something greater for you. And that is reframing. The fourth thing is to accept that you're entering a new phase. There is something new for you, and just to accept that there is a new phase, and this new phase ideally wants to be embraced. And like I said, it could be challenging, it could be economically painful, it could be just generally annoying, but when you accept it and you accept that what you're going through, this transition, it's perfectly normal. And the universe will bring you clarity, or they will bring you mentors like, this information that I'm sharing with you right now. Things will come to you when you accept that this is for your good. And the fifth thing that I recommend, and this is the fifth step, is to find a mentor. And I have done this, like I said, every time I've gone through a transition like this. In my 30s, I found a mentor that helped me to get into graduate school and to follow the path that I was being led on. When I did the transition to be an online teacher, trainer, and educator, well, I kind of forgot that step. I forgot how important it is to find a mentor, find a coach, find somebody who has already been through what you're going through. I forgot that, and mostly because I had a business partner who did not recognize the value of coaching. And they had what I call the I know that already syndrome, which is, again, very natural, particularly if you are like me and you're a real smart person, or like my business partner who happened to be the marketing director for the largest landscape company in America. Well, we get this this thing, this, I know that already. Like I can figure this, I'll figure this out on my own. Well, unfortunately, that cost us together a lot of wasted time. A mentor, a coach can get you through this transition and get you to the other side of this transition, this process that you're going through. And it can happen very quickly. It doesn't need to take like a couple of years like it did for me, and lost hundreds of thousands of dollars until finally I separated with that partner and hired a coach, and actually that led me on into the whole awareness of the coaching industry that has now become my primary stream of income. So these are the 5 steps, and I'll just reiterate them for you. And become curious what's going on, begin to try new things, reframe your problem, and see it that is really an opportunity. The world, the universe has something for you. Accept that you're going into a new phase, and find yourself a mentor. If you've never worked with a coach before, like I said, do not make the mistake that I made. It cost me a couple of years of grievance and lost time, lost opportunity. And these are the 5 steps that I've got for you. And if you'd like to get my help with this process, if you're going through, if what I'm saying resonates with you, you're going to find a link right below this video where you can book a Pivot to Purpose consult with me. It's a free initial 15-minute discovery call where we'll just jump on the phone and have a conversation about what you're going through. Because like I said, there is nothing that is more challenging than to try and go through this by yourself. So you'll find the link right below this video. And the last thing I'll say about this is that this process, I liken it a lot to having a favorite shirt. I don't know if you've ever had like a favorite shirt that was from time past, and it's got like a kind of a cool slogan on it. It's a cool thing that was maybe from 10 years ago or something like that, or 15 years ago, and it's got a cool slogan on it, and you've always loved it. But now you've outgrown it. Well, this is what the self-reinvention process is all about. Like, you don't need to hold on to those old t-shirts and those old slogans. Like, you can keep them in your drawer. You don't need to throw them out. But you're being called to something greater, and I give you all the encouragement to accept the call. Accept that this is a natural process, and if I can be of service to you and help that process be easier and get to the other side. And to me, what the other side is, and this is what I've discovered after going through this a couple of times now in my life, the other side for me has looked like and has been in reality more time freedom, more freedom to do what I love to do. When you find what you love to do, what you're being called to, there is nothing like being compensated to do what you love to do. It's like you wake up every day and you can't wait to get started, because what I know to be true is that work should be fun. Your way of expressing your natural gifts in the world should be fun. And if it's not, then there is a transition that you're being called to, and it's perfectly natural. All right, that is what I got for you. I encourage you to subscribe to the channel and leave a comment down below. Let me know if this has resonated with you, and I look forward to seeing you in an upcoming segment.